everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna show you how I make my wire cages, because the build plan itself, so like the wood type situation we got going on, is based off of the Tealstone homestead, but she has pre-made wire cages, which are gorgeous cages, but I can't afford those right now, so I bought wire and I'm making cages of my own. So I'll show you how I do that. They work really well, and you know, they're sturdy and you can customize them. So pay a little less money to make your own cages, make it a little more customizable, or get some really fancy cages that'll last forever. Like the cages she has are amazing, and someday I'm going to get some. I am. But for now, I'm gonna build my own, so let's go do that. So we have another day of me working on the rabbit hutch, and I got the cloth wire put down for the bottom of the cage, and next I'm going to work on the sides. This is one of our breeding cages, so as you can see, it's like double the size of all of our other cages, so mom and baby have a chance to stretch and do what they need to do. So right now what I'm doing is I'm cutting out the side to fit, and I'm cutting off these little sharp pointed edges so that I don't accidentally like damage my arms and hands when I do have to reach in and out of the cages. So I'm going to take care of that, and then I'll show you what's next. Now with the edges cut down a little more, every inch, or well, every 2 inches or so, I'm going to nail this in, or screw it in rather, so that it's nice and flush, and I'm going to do that to the bottom as well. So I'm just going to go down till I get towards the end, and then I'll cut it to size down at the bottom. Alright, so we got the bottom of the cage put in, and we got most of the outside done. So now I'm just putting on the roof, and I got to get this side right here filled in and get a door cut out, and this cage will be complete. You might be farm children if you are kept in the child cage. Yes, Sydney?
I'm a house child.
You're a house child?
Yeah, not farm child.
You're not a farm child?
No.
My mistake. So once you get your cages built, you want to cut out a 12 by 12 door into the frame. And then you want something slightly bigger to cover said door. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on that and show you what that looks like. It was my first day back at work today, and I am so drained. I gotta get dinner cooked, and I should really finish at least one of the cages on the hutch, but I'm so tired. You should be my work buddy. Say hi. So we're turning the extra shed or like loft area in the horse paddock into our rabbit hutch, right? Which is fine and dandy until you start like grabbing your nippers here, right? And you start like making treat noises, right? And then you get like Mushu and Dally like surrounding you like a bunch of hungry horses. I mean, they are probably hungry horses. That's all they really are. But I could feed them 1,000,000 pounds of hay and they would lie and say I was starving them. But yeah, if you're going to do a building project, I mean, you got some buddies to work with, but it definitely can make for some very interesting moments. So this right here is going to be my door. And as you can see, it is slightly larger than the hole, right? And you have a couple of options. You can open it out, or I've also seen people do it this way, where you put it in and you like put it up like this, and it opens up that way, right? That isn't my preferred way. I prefer having cage doors that swing open just because I find it easier to swing them open and like, so if I swing it open like this and it's open like this, right? It's easier for like me to get into the cage to grab the rabbits. So I prefer to open out, and I'm going to show you how I clip those together. Right, so what you do is you have these snippy wires, right? Take the clasp, you set it in, and you give it just the tiniest squeeze like that, right? And that's how you kind of put it in the pliers. Then what you do is you wrap it around like this, and you just do a little squeezy squeeze, and voila! That is how you do that. So that helps keep the wire together and from separating out. And when you're making just square wire cages and not bolting them to the frame like these are, that's how you kind of make like your square cages. So I'm gonna get the door on, and then once that's finished, I'll show you that. We have a door. A janky door. Kind of schwanky, but kind of like jacked up, so it's a janky door. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I'm sorry, I'm easily amused, and I am so tired that this is very amusing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get a clasp so that this can stay shut, and then I'll show you what else we're putting in these cages. So each cage is going to get a litter box, a water dish, and a food crock. And then I'm also looking at putting in something to give the rabbits a chance to get their hocks off the wire. But we'll see. I'm going to go check to see why the baby is crying, and I will be back to show you what it looks like when we get a rabbit or two in here. For those of you who don't know, this is my buck, Peppers. He's such a sweet boy, but he is my largest buck. He is about 5 pounds. Haven't weighed him in a minute, but last time he was like just under 5, so I'll probably say he's 5. So I'm going to show you how my biggest rabbit looks in one of these cages. So this gives you an idea of how big these grow out / breeder cages are, right? Peppers has plenty of room to run around, and if you watch me backing up, that's a lot of room for him. So a mama and a litter of kits. Oh, we're gonna go look in the bowls because we think they're food. But a mama and a litter of kits is going to have plenty of room to run around. And then my other cages are about half that length. So even a cage that's half this length is still going to be plenty of room for a single buck to run around in. So I'm gonna get him back in the barn. For those of you who made it this far into the video, I have a very special surprise for you. We have more baby bunnies. And these guys are just adorable. I am absolutely loving them. And I actually have a couple in here that are just so cute. We have 4 solids and 4 brokens, and I will show you my favorite. So my favorite is this little guy right here. He looks like he's gonna be a gorgeous black baby. Look at him. Beautiful coloration. Although, if I'm not mistaken, he has this little white mark on his forehead, if you can get past the fur. We'll see if it's actually a white mark or not, but that means that he does carry our Vienna recessive genes, which means in the future he or she could be giving us some beautiful blue-eyed white babies. And then also we have this little guy right here. I'm not sure if he's a chinchilla or if he's a blue or what he is, but he is adorable. Look at that color. Oh, so beautiful. So yeah, we have a couple of very special little babies in this litter, along with our normal casters and broken casters. Like this little guy right here is a caster, I'm pretty sure. See? And then, like, here's a broken caster. So yeah, if you made it this far into the video, we have baby bunnies, and these are Sally and Coco's litter. So I'm super excited with this litter. Our biggest thing for this litter is we wanted to get Vienna marked babies. Technically, because we bred a blue-eyed white to a non-Vienna carrier, all of these babies, in theory, should be Vienna carriers. So, in theory, if I bred 2 of these together, just in theory, I wouldn't breed full siblings together. That's a little too much inbreeding. But it would be 25% blue-eyed whites, then it should be 25% non-Vienna carriers, and then 50% Vienna carriers. So that's the goal for this litter, but if nothing else, they are adorable, and I am so happy to have 8 healthy kits in this litter. Hey everyone, it's editing Madison here. Totally forgot to do an outro, so here I am in bedtime mode. I just wanted to say thank y'all for getting this far. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.